Why most students fail? You spend hours studying, but when the exam comes, your mind goes blank. You try to memorize everything, but nothing sticks. Sound familiar? Well, you're not alone. Most students fail at studying not because they're not smart enough, but because they're using the wrong methods. Why reading alone doesn't work. Many students believe that simply reading a textbook or highlighting key points is enough to learn effectively. This approach, known as passive learning, gives a false sense of understanding without real retention. Research from cognitive psychology shows that passive learning only engages recognition memory, meaning you might feel familiar with the content but won't be able to recall it when needed. Think about watching a movie while distracted. You may recognize scenes but struggle to remember key details. The same happens with studying. A study from the National Training Laboratories found that passive methods like reading and listening only result in 5 to 10% retention, whereas active techniques like discussion, teaching, and practice boost retention to 75 to 90%. Instead of just reading, try active engagement by summarizing concepts in your own words, teaching them to a friend, or writing down questions and answering them from memory. The Feynman Technique, named after Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman, suggests simplifying concepts as if explaining them to a child. This forces deeper understanding and better recall. Why your brain rejects information overload. Cramming is another major mistake students make, assuming that an all-night study session will help them absorb information. However, neuroscience shows that the brain is not built for such rapid information intake. Studies on the forgetting curve, pioneered by Hermann Ebbinghaus, reveal that people forget nearly 75% of new information within 24 hours if they don't review it. This happens because short-term memory can only hold a limited amount of data at once before discarding it. The solution is spaced repetition, a scientifically proven method that strengthens long-term memory by reviewing material over increasing intervals. Imagine trying to water a plant. Giving it all the water at once will drown it, but consistent watering over time helps it grow. Spacing out study sessions allows your brain to reinforce and deepen connections, making recall much easier. A 2013 study published in the journal Psychological Science found that students who spaced out their study sessions performed 30% better on exams compared to those who crammed. Why practicing recall is critical. Another common pitfall is the lack of active recall and practice. Many students believe that rereading notes is enough, but in reality, true learning happens when you challenge yourself to recall information without looking. This is known as the testing effect, where retrieving information strengthens neural connections, making it easier to recall in the future. A study from Purdue University found that students who practiced self-testing performed 50% better on exams than those who only reviewed notes. This happens because retrieval strengthens memory pathways, making information easier to access later. To apply this, close your textbook and try explaining the topic out loud. Write down key points from memory, or use flashcards to test yourself. Multitasking. Multitasking is another major barrier to effective studying. Many students believe they can absorb information while watching TV, listening to music with lyrics, or checking their phone. However, research from Stanford University has shown that multitasking reduces focus, weakens memory, and increases the likelihood of distractions. The myth of multitasking suggests that the brain doesn't actually handle multiple tasks simultaneously. Instead, it rapidly switches between them. To improve focus, create a distraction-free study environment by putting your phone on silent, using focus mode, wearing noise-canceling headphones, or listening to instrumental study music. Working for 25 minutes, then taking a 5-minute break, has been shown to improve concentration and productivity. Not reviewing mistakes. Many students move on after getting a question wrong without taking the time to understand why. This lack of reflection prevents them from improving and making the same mistakes in the future. When you get an answer wrong, It's essential to pause and analyze why you made that mistake. Did you misinterpret the question? Did you forget a key concept? Was it a careless error? By understanding the root of your mistakes, you prevent them from happening again. The best way to approach mistakes is to keep an error log where you write down the questions you got wrong, explain why the answer was incorrect, and identify the specific areas that need more practice. Most students fail at studying because they use ineffective methods. But now you know better. Apply these techniques and watch your grades improve. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more study tips, and share this with a friend who needs it.